Are you questioning your sanity? Are you questioning your whole reality? Does it feel like you're going crazy, literally pulled in two different directions? This is your awakening. Your twin flame will trigger your spiritual awakening. And your awakening triggers everything that's deep within you. It awakens you to the deepest and darkest depths of yourself. It makes you question your whole existence. This, in turn, makes you feel like you're going insane. Why? Because you're the only one of your group, of your peers, of your family going through this experience. So not only are you questioning your awakening journey, you're questioning your twin flame connection, which is otherworldly. This whole thing can make you go into insanity, really. This is the bipolar effect that I describe about spiritual awakening. It can be very, very unsettling. But trust that you are not going crazy. You're not alone. And this is all part of the process. My name is Angela Cleary. I'm a feminine empowerment coach and I specialise in healing after narcissistic abuse. I normally only do one twin flame video a week. But I was really guided this morning to do this. I think at the moment we're going through a lot of collective dark night of the soul energy. With the moon, the new moon coming up as well, the 111 portal, the 1111 portal, the energies are intense. With the Halloween energies as well, the veil is thin. We're feeling everything more intensely. And this is the thing. When we awaken, this awakens us to our spiritual abilities as well. So you're kind of questioning all those voices in your head. And there's a lot of them. At the start of your journey, there's a lot of voices. You don't know which one is you and which one is everyone else. But you figure it out. You figure out which one's your shadow, the ego, all this kind of stuff. Which one's your inner child, which one's your soul, which one's your twin flame. Because oftentimes, you're telepathically communicating with your twin flame as well, which, you don't know what's going on inside. But this is what happens. You're triggered into a massive spiritual awakening. You're triggered into seeing the deepest, darkest depths of yourself, parts that you've been avoiding. And this gets harder. We have collectively been avoiding our healing. We bury our emotions, we bury our trauma, and we're like, I'm fine now, because this is it. We don't realize that we heal in layers. But what we normally do is fucking bottle that shit up. So when we go through an awakening, that shit comes to the surface. And if you're going through an awakening for a while now and you've been avoiding your healing, your dark night of the soul is going to be darker because you've got more to face. The more we bury, the darker it's going to get. And this is it. The dark night of the soul is that deep spiritual depression. It's the bipolar effect, as I call it, because 1 minute you're fucking high as a kite and the next minute you're as low and in this deep dark hole that you can't see a way out of. This is the effect of it. This is the roller coaster ride. This is where you question your sanity. Because literally, when I go through the dark night of the soul, that's the deep spiritual depression. This is the thing is, right, we're triggered by our twin to do this healing. We're triggered to do that deep introspection. If we avoid that, the dark night of the soul is going to hit us hard. And this is when that bipolar effect comes in. You're literally fighting between your ego and your soul. You're fighting between your past and your future. You're fighting between the lies of humanity up until now and the truth within our existence. This can fuck your mind up. This can make you feel like you're going absolutely insane. You're literally being faced with this fact. The fact that your life up until now has been a fucking lie. Your whole existence, everything you've ever been told has been false. And I remember at the start, I started my spiritual awakening journey around 2018. And I eased into it because I was like, I'm a little bit quirky, I'm weird, I'm eccentric, I'm okay, I'm open-minded, I'm well able for this stuff. But that was fine. The awakening journey, the spiritual awakening itself was, I suppose, it was okay for me because I was like, I'm weird anyway, I'm ready to accept this, I believe. But when I started to understand that I was twin flame, that's when I started to question my own sanity. And that's the weird part. I've always known myself to be weird, a little bit out there. I've had anxiety and depression. I've been studying psychology since I was 14 because I've been trying to figure out my own fucking mind. But yet, the only time in my whole life I've ever actually questioned my sanity was on my twin flame journey. Because I literally was going, am I going crazy? Is this real? It was just that kind of like, what is fucking happening? You know, no one is going through this. How do I know I'm not going crazy? And actually, when I first started questioning my sanity on my twin flame journey, I actually came across tarot readings online, collective tarot readings for the first time. And to watch them, they really helped me at the start of my journey, because I was like, oh my God, this is real. I'm not going fucking crazy. And this is it. We need that support on our twin flame journey. Like, if you're in the deepest, darkest depths of your dark night of the soul energy right now, and you're going through that healing, seek some help. Whether it's from your twin flame or whether it's from an online community related to twin flames, watching spiritual awakening videos, getting that information can help you to feel sane and make you feel like you're not alone. And that's what really benefited me at the start of my journey, was literally doing that research, watching those videos, learning more about this journey, helped me to discover that, look, you're not going crazy. You're not going crazy. This is all part of the process. We have to start to accept what's coming in and release what we can't, what's no longer serving us. And this is the thing with the dark night of the soul. The dark night of the soul will reawaken you to the stuff that you've been avoiding. What are you still holding on to from the past? Because you cannot embrace your twin flame union unless you heal your past. You can't embrace your twin flame union unless you release your past. So what is still holding you back? And like, this is the scary part as well, really, is we're not just healing our traumas from this life. We're not just healing our past relationship trauma. We're not just healing our childhood trauma. We're healing karma from past lives as well. So, and we chose this. This is it. This is what got me through the other day, because I've been going through a little bit of triggers and that bipolar energy last week and stuff, and it's still up and down for me. But it just kind of like this epiphany yesterday, or the wording came to me. It's all part of our divine plan. We pre-orchestrated this. You know what I mean? So like, when I kind of sat with that, I was like, I just kind of like a weight lifted. I was like, this is all part of the process. We're kind of, the only reason we're so confused, why we're so bipolar, why we're so feel like we're going crazy, it's because of that ego mind. The whole concept of this journey is to let that ego die and to trust and embrace our intuition and our soul, our higher self. Trust this journey, trust what we don't see. And that gave me a sense of calm, because I've been fighting with this ego shit, like, you know, literally, and like I was saying this in the video at the start of the week, is like, literally I am sitting there going 5D just when I spiral, because I'm like, you know, trying to remind myself the truth. The 3D fear-based energy is false. The 5D connection is true. But when we're spiraling, when we're in that darkness, it's very hard to believe that. And it's just like literally going 5D, this is real. And literally, it's hard to even out. It's hard to find that balance. But what came into me the other day, literally, it was the last night or the night before, I was just like, this is part of our divine plan. Every little bit, because we punish ourselves along the way. We're like, I did this wrong. What, you know, I made this mistake. I did this. And we find it hard to forgive ourselves along the way. And it's like, this is all part of the divine plan. This is all part of our process. And each twin flame journey is unique to the individual, but it's all part of your divine plan. This was all pre-orchestrated, every single bit of it. And that helps me to kind of remain sane, is knowing this is all supposed to happen. All of it. The ghosting, the lack of action, the space, the separation to heal. It's all part of the plan. You know what I mean? And when you get to that calmness and that knowing, that trust, you're like, it doesn't really matter how many triggers I get. It doesn't matter how much this is driving me insane. It's all going to even out. It's all going to balance out. And that's what we need to start to trust. You know, and that's what we need to understand or believe. The darkness won't last long if we do that healing. The insanity feeling won't last long if we do the healing. And like, you know, I'm the awakened one of my twin flame connection, and I still question what the fuck is going on. I still fucking fall back into those ego mindsets and those ego fears. I still get scared. I'm still like, is this real or is this just toxic energy? It's fucking confusing. So how is it for our divine counterpart, the unawakened one, whether that's your divine masculine or divine feminine? You know, we forget how in depth of an awakening they're going through at the moment. So this is where we need to have compassion. But understand that you're not going crazy. And the easiest way out of this shit is through it. The dark night of the soul only lasts longer if we avoid the healing. That feeling of insanity only lasts longer if we avoid listening to our soul. We can get out of this quicker when we learn to listen and trust our intuition instead of listening to that false negative energy. Because in fairness, there's no bipolar effect if the ego dies. If we continue to believe in the truth, we can't go back and forth. So the best way to overcome this feeling of craziness is to do that inner work. Do that healing. Take that step back and do that healing. And that's what separation is for. It's for that inner work. It's for that inner healing. And another thing that we question as well, because we might have been a bit skeptical when it comes to spiritual abilities. When you connect with your twin, your spiritual abilities will start to awaken as well as everything else. So you literally are you're kind of opening up to your mediumship and your connection to your spirit guides, your angels, to the cosmos, to the universe, to God. This is something that you're going to be, you know, fighting with as well, because you're not used to it. It's unknown. And around this time as well, if you're going through it, like we've got Halloween and we've got All Souls Day, the veil is thin. So any kind of spiritual abilities are going to be heightened anyway. So if you're only starting to uncover your spiritual abilities around this time, it's going to be a little bit more daunting. So just go easy on yourself. You know, be kind to yourself through it, and know that you're not going fucking crazy. You're not. You know, and look out for a mentor, like-minded souls, twin flame communities online, twin flame videos or tarot online is really helpful at this time, because it like genuinely, it can really help alleviate your sanity. You know, it really does, or your insanity. But literally, just understand that the only way out of this is through it. It's all part of the process. This is a part of your awakening. This is going to open you up to your divine love for yourself, for your counterpart, but also your divine mission. We're here for higher. We're here to reawaken ourselves to divine love so that we can share that with humanity and show that we can live in unconditional love and not in fear and hate and greed. This is what this is all about. So you're not just, like, this is the beauty of healing. When you heal, you're healing the people around you as well. It's collective. So you're not just doing it for yourself. You're not just doing it for your twin. You're not just doing it for your union. You're doing it for the future of humanity, for your future children, for your children, for others, for this world. We are all part of this collective that is opening the world up to unconditional love again. That is within you. And this is what all of this turbulence is all about. It's to purge everything that no longer serves you. To let go of things that are keeping you stuck in the past. To release those lies, those fears, that brainwashing that society has fucked us up with for so many fucking years. And reawaken yourself to the truth that it's been there all along. The truth within your soul. The truth of why we're here. We are spiritual beings living a human experience. This is a divine love. And this is another thing. Don't ask 3D people for advice on your spiritual journey, because this will make you definitely question your sanity. When I was back at the start and I was speaking to my friends about this, they made me even think that they made it sound like I was in a cult or something. Well, if it works for you, fuck off. Spiritual awakening is within every single one of us. Like, we're all souls living a human experience. Fucking hell, this is reality. Spirituality is reality. Like, wake the fuck up. Sorry, but seriously. Anyway, sorry. Don't be asking the people in your environment for advice on your fucking spiritual connections. Do not, because they're going to make you question your sanity as well. They're going to actually say the words, "You're fucking crazy." They're going to make you question your sanity. They're going to tell you there's no such thing, that, you know, you're away with the fairies, that this isn't real. So do not ask 3D people for spiritual advice. Go online, find a like-minded community, find that information online. Stop asking people in your environment for advice. It's not going to fucking work. There is no one around you right now that is going through the same thing. So if you ask them, they're going to slow your journey. They're going to make you question your sanity. And, you know, I remember even describing the symptoms of dark night of the soul to my friends. And they were like, they said something like, I can't remember what they said. But I remember just saying to them, imagine if I went to the doctor right now and told them my head was like this. What would they do? They would tell me I was fucking bipolar and they would fucking pump me full of drugs. So don't go to the fucking doctor either. Like, I'm not saying, if you have ascension symptoms, which you probably will throughout this journey, if you're worried, go to the doctor. 99% of the time, though, you won't be able to alleviate those symptoms with medical intervention. It's all healing from within. Understand that as well. And do not ask people about this crazy in your head, because you're not actually crazy, but they're going to tell you you're crazy. So ask the right people for advice. Reach out to your twin, even if you're in separation. They can help you through this. You don't actually have to do this on your own. There are people out there that can help you through this insanity feeling, but they're not the people in your environment. So stop asking family and friends for advice, because they're not going to give you the right advice. They're going to make you think you're crazy. They're going to make you doubt this connection, and they're going to make you believe that ego mind. To maintain your sanity on this journey, do your inner healing, trust your own advice, or seek the right advice online. Or seek advice from your twin even. Reach out to your twin and ask them, because they've been through it as well. You know what I mean? This is all part of it. Just don't be deterred by your ego mind. If it makes you feel shitty, if it makes you feel uneasy, if it makes you feel, you know, icky, that's false. That's your old self trying to push you back down into that matrix system. If you ask 3D people for advice, their words are going to push you back down into that 3D matrix system. You need to get out of this yourself by trusting your path, having faith on your path, having faith on your journey. Trust the process. Trust the signs and synchronicities. Your twin is trying to reach you through angel numbers, through their name being everywhere, through anything that reminds you of them. Unicorns, or, you know, anything symbolic of, you know, anything spiritual. So yeah, trust the signs that you see. Trust the butterflies is another one, actually. Butterflies, dragonflies, any kinds of things like that are very symbolic on the twin flame journey. Feathers as well are a very good one. But everything is trying to show you that you're on the right path. Trust the signs, be receptive to the signs, trust your journey, trust your soul, trust your intuition. Fuck the ego. And fuck any 3D advice. You're not going crazy. You're not alone. And you do not have to do this on your own. Reach out to somebody for advice. Reach out to me for advice if you want. You know, any kind of skepticism you have in a journey, look for somebody who knows the journey, who's on the spiritual awakening journey, who's on the twin flame journey. Stop asking 3D people for advice, because they're not going to agree with you. And they are going to make you think you're crazy. So trust yourself, trust your intuition, trust your path, trust your twin, trust your journey, have faith, and trust what you feel in your heart and soul, because this is true. So I promise, you're not alone, you're not going crazy. This is just you awakening to the truth that has always been there. And this, once you do the healing, once you do that work, your mind will calm, you'll be at peace, and union will come effortlessly. So trust yourself. Trust your own advice. Trust your soul. So thank you so much for listening today. And I really hope this resonates. If it does, please like and share, and please subscribe to my channel so I can reach as many people as possible. And if you'd like help with your journey, please book me for a discovery call today, and I would love nothing more than to help you on your path.